Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Tonight, white 20. You go night. Ric Flair.
Bang, 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 bang.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Keep it tight end.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That'll be caught by Cup. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. 14. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. 80 weapons. Kill.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, man. Go, 14. Shift.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Crunch defense. Watch twist.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
What you got? Huh?
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you plan to move the ball against this defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this #1 defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They have been able to stop the run all season long. Here's Wilson to throw. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
That's good for a Seahawks.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the Rams' 48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm here all day.
Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
47-yard line.
Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long.
4 down, 4 down.
Go. 57, Mike 57. Hey, come on out here. Come get Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't switch.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Go. Let's go, 14. Easy.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Man up, D. Check. Crunch.
4 down.
Take 4.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Rick Flair.
Mike's 50.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff escaping the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation.
Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
26. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Switch. Hey, alert. 26, Mike.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here we go.
1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Check. Fresno. DC. Mike's 50. I got it. Value three. Mike 50. All day.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep. And the Rams with a score. Touchdown. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in.
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
We own them. We own them. 24.
Now it's Carson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Watch out. 12. Hey, alert.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be 4th down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Trying to get it to Woods, and now it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Value three.
50's to Mike.
Hey, let's go. Go, grab that.
A shotgun snap for Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
180. Gives it 50. Check. Super.
Tackles.
From the red zone now, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Goff out to his left. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Zerline's kick is up and through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Record. You go tight. You got tight. You got
0. Front it.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check 50. Guys, listen.
Now it's Wilson. And Dixon has it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Go. Hey, 58 is a mic.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Time to go. Night. Punch left. Front left. Check the call. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
They'll run it again with Penny. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey, 0. Good. 4 down. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. 57 is the mark.
Now it's Penny running right. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Go. Good job right there. Motion. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Here's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
In your face. Slam.
On first down, Carson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. John Johnson, one of the leading tacklers from the safety position in the NFL, there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You can't block me. Kill. Alert. Safe. Right.
Now it's Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
15. Watch the slat. Bang out. Bam. Sponge. No. Hey, alert. 26, Mike. 26.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson, escaping the pressure right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Myers connects on the PAT, and that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 24-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch tight end, watch tight end.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We're going tonight. 5, 5, 5.
50 to Mike.
5. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Let's go. Come on.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Flush to, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Spread left, 6, Mike. 19. Some penetration here.
They'll try the right side here with Penny. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
7, Mike 57. I'm coming.
Check your hot read.
Spot that.
Now Rashad Penny. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one, 28 yards on the ground. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Wilson.
Hey, check.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Check. Hey, 0.
Here comes the me.
Zebra.
On second down, here's Penny. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Good job right there.
Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Go for it, boys. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And Woods has it complete. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky. Run.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Gain of 17 yards. First down, Rams.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Gurley. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day. Slam, slam, slam.
Hey, Shell. 61, matchbox lights.
Gurley. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Check 31. Check 31.
We're good. We're good.
Throwing now, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards the pickup there.
Wait, 20.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Los Angeles, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.